I have a wonderful analogy for this that I like to use, and well, I hope it doesn't date me too much. Think about this. Think about motor oil on a pond of water. Okay? Do you remember back in the 60s when they would do that psychedelic stuff where you would see on the light shows, you know, God, you kids are pretty young, aren't you? And you know those light shows where it looks like bleeding colors and water? Don't you remember the Doors and all that? Come on, you guys. Where have you been? Okay, so it's a little bit like that, except we're talking about sort of like, you think of how oil looks on water. It has like a rainbow, almost translucency. And if you're talking about a small pool of water and the oil's not too thick, you can blow on the oil. And what happens? It spreads out. And depending on what yeah, good, thank you. Thank you. Viscosity is depending on the thickness, depending on what the liquid underneath it, if it's really just pure water, really depending on the chemical, blah, blah, blah. It's going to act slightly different. And merit is a little bit like that, actually. Some body of merit or stream of merit is so gossamer thin, so without depth, that with one breath you can blow it away and see the dirty water underneath. And he's just like right there. That's it. Stream of merit is gone from that place. And since we don't know whether we've got a deep vein of merit or whether we have just that little gossamer thin business, we're not able to judge whether something we do is just going to blow away the merit. It's really simple to do that. Even a non-choice can blow away the merit. And what happens to that merit? Do you notice how, if you can see those psychedelic rainbow colors, they tend to look different and bleed into each other and go into little streams and rivulets? You know what I'm talking about? Any of you ever watched Oil on Water? Give me a nod. All right. Try to imagine that little, when you blow, there's a little pink stream, and it separates from the little blue stream in the rainbow oily mess. And that pink stream is where your consciousness is right now. And it kind of blows way over there, and suddenly you were over here making a choice or a non-choice, and now you're over here and you don't even know it. It's very hard to understand, but something utterly important has changed, and we didn't see it happen. Can you relate? Something snuck in, and you can't figure out how you got there. Suddenly your mind has changed. At one point you thought, well, I'm all about Dharma. I mean, Dharma is the most powerful force in my life. I want to benefit sentient beings. I'm sick of war. I'm sick of this crap where people don't eat and people rape and pillage each other. I mean, I'm sick of it. I want to practice some Dharma. I want to make the world a better place. You're right there. And then, you know, a year down the road, something happens and you make choices or non-choices, and suddenly you're there. And you're thinking, you know, Dharma, that was a phase I went through. It's pretty interesting, and I think I'm still connected, but it's not the main thrust in my life now that I have the red car. So it's kind of taken a back seat in the red car. But since we are samsaric beings, we don't see what's actually happened here. That the stream of merit has moved around quite a bit, and that you yourself have made choices that made your life unfold way, way, way out in right field compared to where you thought you were. See? It's that gossamer and that delicate. And we don't realize how important our little inner choices are. Choice to practice, choice to go to class, choice to follow the teacher's instructions, choice to keep going in the face of obstacles, choice to remain passionate about the liberation and salvation of sentient beings, because that's a choice too. Choice or non-choice. Blowing you around in samsara without your actually understanding that.